We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do.
What's up? This is another episode of We Got Ish to Do. I'm Raven Richards, the host and the owner of the podcast. Alright, so today we actually have some questions that were asked that I want to answer. This is the continuation of the last episode, because in the last episode I spoke of HBCUs and my personal experience in Spelman and CAU. And just the whole transfer process of how I got into Spelman. And I'm not going to go through it that much as I went through it last episode, so y'all can go back and watch the last episode 6. This is episode 7. So, but to sum it up, I basically, I got in because I was going to CAU at the time as a freshman, and I still wanted to go to Spelman. I went to Atlanta to get into Spelman, like to make my chances better, to go to CAU and do exactly what I did, which was go to the department head of economics and ask and convince him to allow me into Spelman, like to see what I need to get to transfer into Spelman. So I basically did that. I went like every day after my classes, and after my lunch and after I was dancing with CAU people. It's just very fun to party with CAU people. So at the end of the day, about 5 or 6 p.m., I would go over there and I would go and ask him, like, okay, I got an essay. Okay, I got the score. Okay, I did this, I did that. What else I need to do? And I would talk to the dean a lot, too, to see what she thought could help my chances as well. So that's how I got in. Like, I did it, like, every day. I think the semester started in August. So I probably started in October 1st to, like, December 15th or something. Like, I went every day. I was very focused. So I have notes here, because if you watch this, then you know I don't be planning. I just go raw. So if I take pauses and stuff, it's because I'm thinking, because this is real world answers. Like, it's not scripted. I like raw things. Like, I like the things that I'm moving and all things. So yeah, and I hope y'all can hear me better because I got this mic. So I really hope y'all can hear me better. But anyway, so yeah, I talked about how I got it. And I'm sorry for the wait too, so I want to explain some things too, because I tried to drop an episode every other Friday or every other week, but it's very hard because I work at 9 to 5, I sing. I'm on the jingle, by the way, like, we got this to do, that's me. And I travel, like, I just came back from Texas, and that was a great experience. I'll talk about that soon, but I just came back from Houston and Galveston. So I have a very, very busy life. So if you ask me a question I don't get back to you fast, I'm busy. And, like, I still try to do self-care. Like, I work out all the time. I do ballet. And I just moved to Miami. So I'm trying to make friends. Like, I'm trying to live dating life. Like, I'm trying to go out and remember, like, oh, you still got to meet people. Like, I still got to go and try to get, like, I try to date. Because I love love, and I love love in my life. But I don't know nobody yet, so I really got to be outside of life. Because I'm not really an online dater. I'm not into that. And plus, I like keeping content. Like, I'm probably an extrovert for real, unless I don't like the community. But I'm still an extrovert, though. Even if I don't like the community, I'm still be outside because I'm an outside person. So, yeah, I got a very busy life, so y'all got to be patient with me if you want. Yeah, so I was asked from someone who's trying to get into Spelman my advice on her grades and, like, what I think she can do to better her chances, and what my advice would be to her and people trying to get into Spelman. So the first thing would be to go to college affairs, because I did that. So go to college fairs as much as you can if you're in the United States. I know some people, so I think she's in Africa. I'm not exactly sure where she's at. She's from Ghana, so I don't know where she's at. But if you're in America, you can go to college fairs for spelling attending. Go there as much as possible and meet them. They'll actually help you. Like, they'll actually put you in contact with the dean. You should ask for all the information possible. So, like, you should ask them, like, what the department head name and contact information is, and reach out to them and be like, hey, like, I'm very eager to get in. Do I have to have? Are you looking for? Do you want? Because the thing about spelling is, like, you do have to get straight A's. You gotta get straight A's, especially in the major that you're trying to major. So if you're undecided, it's actually harder, because then it's just gonna be the dean and all these people that's gonna decide. But if you want to be like an English major, it's one person that's gonna be like, okay, who is this person? What is she trying to do? Because it's a business at the end of the day, and all colleges are. But the thing about Spelman that I love is that they make sense, bro. They're smart. So it's not that you just gotta get straight A's to prove that you're smart. No, you gotta get straight A's to stay in, or you won't graduate. Like, if you don't know how to study and get straight A's now, you're gonna be toast by the time you get in. Like, you won't pass. You're gonna be struggling, or you're just gonna have to do a lot more extra work, like I did. Like, sometimes I had to stay with certain teachers after school every day just to learn what some people could learn, because they already knew how to study. Like, to learn how to study and learn how to get information and digest information, it takes self-awareness, and I think they teach you that, but they practice that. Like, they're sharp with it. So you do gotta get straight A's. But I think, depending on your focus, right? Like, if you go in there and say like an essay, right? So I chose the essay prompt of, I think, why do I want to go to Spelman? What can I bring to the table as a Spelman Knight? So once I'm done at Spelman, what is the point? Like, it's a business, so how can I make them look good, feel good, to make more people want to come? Like, okay, I'm successful, I was there, and I've been here, so I want to go with what she goes to. I want to do what she does, because I want to be like her. So how can I be like a role model as a Spelman Knight? And I was just extremely honest. I was like, I heard this was the school that the brightest and boldest black women go to, and I'm the brightest. So, like, I'm going for the challenge, and I'm going to be inspired. Like, I want to know what y'all doing that make y'all the brightest, because I feel like I'm the brightest. So if I'm not, then I gotta learn how to be, because I want to be. I want to be the best that I can be. So I would allow that to trickle through when I'm going. So, like, I graduated and I modeled and I did the best that I could do, and I still do. I bartended, I did the best that I could do, and I still would do that. So they want to know, like, what's so dope about you, not as a student, but when you leave too. Like, how can you add to our legacy? That's what I'm trying to say. How can you add to our legacy? Who are you? What you trying to do in life? That's what you want to get them to know. Like, and if you don't know, that's okay, but still try to show them, like, you have direction and you have, like, commitment and you are loyal and you're a good person, because that itself is good. Like, if you're just a good mom for the rest of your life after smoke, that's good. That's great. That's great, because your community and the kids will be like, oh my God, like, that person's mom is dope. She always packs the best sandwiches, like, they're always on time for soccer. That means something to the community. But don't be like, okay, I just want to do something just to do it. No, what's the point? Because you may not want to go as bad as you think you do it. But if you do, then it should be easy to persuade them, because I was already persuaded by the young ladies that I spoke to, and even the person from Ghana. Like, I could see the passions, or I could feel the passion through her DM. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, okay. Then do your thing, sure. Like, go ahead and shine your light, because don't be distracted by nobody. And that's the third thing. I would say to go to college fairs and get straight A's as best as you can. But the third thing is, like, shine your light. now. Like, don't be distracted by the people around you, your family, whoever you're around. You got like I was about to say a dumb boyfriend, but if if you have like if you like somebody and they want you to do this, or like if they're not as focused and driven as you got to cut that loose, or just don't let it distract you. I'm not one of the people who know how to not be distracted. Like, I have to cut you loose if you are distracting and cause a lot of drama and cause a lot of confusion and lying. Because those people usually don't have the best intentions for me once I gain my goal anyway. So I'm gonna have to cut you off anyway. It's always gonna be hard for me to keep you in my life, which is a lot to carry when I already got this shit to do. I already gotta get straight A's. It's already hard. That's already hard. Just to get straight A's. That's already hard. And then the fourth thing would be to be involved too, because they care about that. So I was in was I in SGA? I think I was going to be in SGA, but I had pledged, and that gave me a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, damn, like, I don't like how we could just be suspended like that. So I didn't really want to contribute as much to SGA as like my personal life. Like, I started to bartend and get my own stuff together and model on my own, because I'm like, let me focus on myself instead of the school. But that's my own personal choice. Like, a lot of people are in SGA, a lot of people try to be in the NAACP. So I was in the NAACP as the economics chair, because I still care about the NAACP. Anything for the advancement of Black people, I'm there. So I still was very, very committed to that. I used to host events. I used to have like some things come out. Not from Wells Fargo, used to come out and talk to the students and stuff like that. And I organized that because I just talked to people. Like, I would just go to the bank and be like, yo, I go to Spelman, I'm trying to do this. Who can help me? If it's not you, who can? Because somebody can. Like, don't ever take an answer of like, I don't know. All right, who knows? Because it's going to be done. Like, no, it's no distractions. It's no distractions. So, with all goals that you have, even if it's not just to get in the Spelman, you have to see what the distraction is. Like, damn, what is making me tired? What is making me irritated? What's making me angry or upset? Or what is not sitting all the way right with me? That's probably something you got to cut loose. Because when you're at Spelman, you have to cut it loose anyway. Like, it's so hard, and it's such a focus-driven place, and it's such a competitive place in a good way. And it's such a nurturing place in a good way that you be like, no, I don't even really want all that. Like, I don't even, like I never did. And so, it's funny, I have a story. I had a boyfriend as a senior in high school. I wouldn't say I was perfect for me, but I wanted to break up with him. He didn't want to. I asked him to be open, because I'm very open to open relationships. He didn't want to, and even at that age, I was very open to that, because I just always was able to give and receive love to multiple people, and I just love being crowds and everything. So, he was already in college. Now, I loved him very much so. I enjoyed my time with him. He was one of my best friends. I really loved him. But the day I went to Atlanta, the first day of my whole college career as a freshman, doing orientation, he broke up with me. The first day I got to Atlanta as a student. It was the best thing he could have done. Because it wouldn't have, well, actually, I was okay to make it last. Like, I'm cool with long distance, but I think he heard my exes were there, and then he knew how attracted I was to, like I find people very beautiful, so I get very excited. I'm like, oh my God, like, this is a beautiful experience, and I think he's more of like not possessive, but he wasn't about to be okay with that. Like, I'm not someone who hides my joy for things. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh wow, that's an attractive person, and hide it, and I'll be like, yeah, they bad, look. And some people don't like that, and some people don't feel comfortable with that, because they're like, why are you so excited? And it's like, that's how I am. I love beauty, so I don't hold it. And I think besides the trust part, that we didn't really have a strong foundation, apparently we didn't have a strong foundation, I think that was the best thing. I just wish he would have done it sooner, because I had already been like, okay, I'm gonna commit to this guy for real, because I was already committed. But then he lied and did some things. I cheated on him like 3 times with like 3 different people. That was the last time I ever cheated on anybody, because I was like, yo, this is boring. He's not even gonna find out. Like, what's the point of that? It's like, I didn't even feel bad. I just was like, well, that was boring. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Not that the sex was boring. The sex was amazing, and it was with people that I loved and cared about. But it just felt like, I'm not gonna fuck him again. I don't have signs on, so those 3 one-offs were just, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I never cheated on anybody again. So it was like, Plus, I was really good at it, so I was like, yeah, I shouldn't do this. People would find out. That's not good. That's like, I would be abusing my strategic powers, and like, I'm very good with like, I'm very analytical, so I don't know how to, like, if I have to hide things, like, I know how to hide things well, but that's not good to use it for that. Like, I'd rather use it for the advancement of, like, or for, like, my health, or something that'll benefit others. Like, I'm not, like, a malicious person, so I was like, that was just pointless to me. I got nothing out of it, you know? But anyway, so, yeah. My point is that I'm so happy that, he broke up with me that day. And I kind of was on that day too. I just was crying because I was like, damn, I hope he's not hurt. But then he was crying, so I'm like, he was. I just knew I hurt him, and that was the part that was like, oh, like I loved him. He just wasn't gonna be my husband, or like he wasn't gonna be in my life continue. But I cared about his feelings. I cared about his feelings for sure. So it was kind of like, yeah, okay. And then I was long distance for him when he was in college. So I felt that, like, that was a little unfair. Like, damn, man, when I went to college, you can't hold me down like I held you down back. But I held people down a lot. So, I mean, it's like, yeah. But he gave me my freedom, which is great. So I didn't have to care at all after that. So I didn't even go buck wild or anything. I just was like, okay, I'm going to focus on getting into Spelman. And then when I got into Spelman, I still was single. So I was like, oh, I have all the focus in the world, and that's why I know when I got the next boyfriend who went to Morehouse, I was like, oh, he was a distraction because I wasn't as focused. So in high school, I wasn't as focused either, and I think that's what you have to focus on. You have to be focused. So if you want to get into Spelman, you can't have the fear either of like, what if I don't know? You got to cut that out, because I didn't have that fear. As a freshman at CAU, but I had the fear in high school as a junior, because like I took the ACT and the SAT, and like I did well, whatever, but I still wasn't as focused because I had all female friends around me too. So they said they wanted to go to Spelman, but then like they settled. Well, I can't say they settled it because I don't know if they were lying or not. But to me, it seemed like, wait, you say you want to go to Spelman, but now you want to do all these other community colleges and test this out and do this and do that. But yet, you told me that this was always our dream, like for 4 years. So I'm like, damn, I thought I was gonna be able to bring my friends with me, and I didn't, and that upset me like fuck. So I'm like, damn, like. So if they don't want to go and I got to leave them, and then that crept in with the fear, so I wasn't as focused of what if I just get in. It was like, what if I don't? Well, I can still see her, I can still be around my homies. And it's like, that didn't help. So, you have to stay focused, so the fear will creep in too. It's not just about like a lover or like a friend. You just got to stay focused in general. So like, if you don't want to leave your parents, like I never had this problem. But a lot of people don't want to leave their parents, and they stay at community colleges, or they stay closer to home. They're still going to have fear for you. Like, because it's still a reason to not go 100% and commit to what you really want, if you really want it. So I had to do it again, because I tried a little in college, in high school, and I thought I was giving, like I gave like a good, I was about to say 90, but like 85 to 90, because it ranged from some days. When I want something, So if I'm not distracted, it's 100%. If I'm not in range, like some days I go, oh, I want this. Some days I go, oh, I want that. And then it's never going to give me what I want because it's not a clear target. It's not a bullseye. You need a bullseye for Spelman. It's not a joke to get in there. You got to have straight A's and you got to keep straight A's when you're there because you can easily just fail one test and now you got to see in the whole class. That shit is crazy. Like, whoa. You know, audacity. I'm getting all these A's at the one sitting up to me like this guy. Damn. Like, and I used to be mad, like, damn. So they so uppy, right? You got to get straight A's to go there, but it's because you won't graduate if you're not used to it. You got to be used to succeeding too. You got to be used to getting what you want because if you go for other things, so let's say you're a freshman there, and then if you go for like certain committees and certain organizations, you can fall really easily. So you got to be used to like, okay, I'm in this organization, I'm in this organization. You got to be used to knowing yourself and how you succeed because it can be distractions. It's a new environment. It's popping in Atlanta. It's fun as hell. Everybody beautiful. At least to me, everybody's beautiful. You know, it can be distracting to be like, damn, like, the temptations of things. And like the great thing for me is that I'm not a smoker or drinker, so I never really had that. But I seen a lot of my classmates love to drink. They love to drink wine, and I would drink when there are like birthdays or like occasions. I was smoking. People were like, but I wasn't like a smoker or like a drinker. That was never like that. But a lot of people that smoke their way out of college, especially more house. I had a lot of more house friends and senior friends that smoked their way out of college, and then they wound up selling weed to get back in. But then it's never the same. You still high. So, and then you upset with yourself. You got to forgive yourself all over again. It's like life, but it's the first time you really get it when you're like, man. You don't have your parents' help if you've ever had it. And it's not as comforting because if you don't make the right friends, you'll feel alone. But at Spelman, I will say at Spelman, that's the beauty of it. You will feel like you got sisters, like, for the rest of your life. It'll never be like, oh, I feel alone. Nah, because they're going to be at your door. They're going to be like, can I wear this? Can I wear this? Like, I got clothes I've never seen again. From people even that see you, like my roommate for seeing you, yo, where's my blazer, bro? Like, I've never seen it again. But it's okay because she like brought her car that night. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you don't keep tabs, you don't care. Like, all right, whatever, I'm going to do what she got. Like, nobody's tripping over that shit because that's like your sisters. And I never had any siblings like that before. Well, I do have a little brother, but he's 6 years younger than me, so I never really got to share the same things. Like, he was never at the level that I'm at in life. Like, he was always, he's younger, so his problems or what he's dealing with, I've already dealt with it. So I never had people that helped me at my level like that before I got into college. So it was the first time I was like, wow, okay, these people actually benefit. Now, I did have good friends in high school, but again, they were distractions because their parents might be telling them that they can't get into Spelman, and like a couple of my best friends were jealous of me, which I didn't know until I got into Spelman, and I had to cut them off because they were really, really good. Some of them were great, but they went to Howard or Morgan, so they weren't there. So you just learn like what works for you, but if you learn it now to get into Spelman, it'll make your experience way better as an adult when you're at Spelman. And then when you leave and you go to the great things. I hope this is making sense. If I'm not answering a question, please ask me again. I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm a little tired and I got ballet in the feet, so I'm in between. I'm trying to give you energy, but then I'm also trying to conserve it because I'm like, I don't want these girls to bust my ass in this class today. This is my first time with this teacher. I don't know what they're going to bring. I always like to go on. I always like to do the best I can. So Let me see what's about. So yeah, I think I touched on everything. So if you don't know what you want to major, try to decide that you can always change. You can always change your mind. For the rest of your life, you're allowed to change your mind. Always remember that. Do not stay stuck in that shit. Nope. Bye. Because if you undecided and you transfer to Spelman, if you undecided and you're in Spelman, they may give you classes where you're like, I don't really want to take this. I really want to take that. And then that will help you learn what you want to do more. But some people, they really don't know. So they're like, okay, I want to see what I want to do, and that's how I'm going to learn. There's no right way, though. Like, you can do it that way, or you can already go in and go, okay, I want to be a politician and save the world. So I'm about to go into political science. Or I want to help with kids that have been abused. So I'm going to go into psychology. Like, it's whatever you want to do. And don't feel bad about anything that you want to do. If it's not hurting other people or inconveniencing other people, or because sometimes you don't have to hurt other people for it to be like unnecessary. Like, you don't want to hurt or inconvenience other people, but it's something else I'm trying to do. You don't want to cost other people. It's still kind of inconveniencing, but it's like, try to be as self-sufficient as possible and not go, okay, well, like I'm trying to give you an example. Like, if you're in high school and your parents can't afford for you to go with cash to Spelman, that's okay. You can get a bunch of loans. I think I only got like $5,000 left to pay on my loan. And that's because they stopped the thing at COVID. Like, I probably would have been at $8,000 by now. And that's because I'm paying it. A lot of people don't. They just keep forbearing until they die. You don't got to worry about loans. But if your parents want you to major in something and you don't want to major in that, ask them why, right? And if they go, because I want you to live a good life. I heard somebody say that, so I'm saying that. My parents didn't say that, but I heard somebody else say that to their child. You know? So if they was to major in what they want to major in and have a good life, try to have a conversation with your parents and see, like, are they inconveniencing me? Are they costing me? Because if so, how about this? You don't got to pay for getting in Spelman. I'll take out a loan in my own name, and I'll do it myself. Because I don't want to do what you want me to do, and it's not going to stop. Like, it's never going to stop. Like, when I'm there, you're going to wonder if I get straight A's. If I'm paying on my own, it's not the pressure from you. So we don't have to inconvenience each other. Because, yeah, it's scarier to think, oh my God, I got all this loan on myself. But you don't know what you're going to do. So you could be like, yo, I got the freedom, though, but like, they're not on my back. And in fact, it's kind of weird because now the parents, they root for me because it's not on their dime. I know it's extremely selfish and ridiculous, but in a way, it's like the older generations are fucked up. They can be horrible people, you know? Like, they got it fucked up. Like, they're so fucking selfish. So they think what you do reflects them so much. Like, it's like, okay, somebody may think, wow, their child goes there, but they're not gonna be like, damn, so your child go there and that mean that you're a better person. Nah, you could be a fucked up person and your child still be great. Like, this has nothing to do with you. It's my own life. So I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna go, okay, let's take out a loan, and I'm gonna put a Spelman and just I'm gonna rack this up with these loans because now I don't have to hear your mouth. I don't have to feel like, oh my God, on graduation I gotta invite the whole fucking family. I don't even fuck with anyway that ain't gonna help me get here. That keep taking your side. I don't even fuck with these people. So do what you want because at the end of the day, it's never gonna stop. Like, they're gonna continue to be like, don't do this because of how it makes me look, which is insane. Which is unfair, which is so selfish and sad and hurtful, so fucking hurtful, that you really think like my life is like what, like a project of yours? Like I'm just like, okay, like I'm just a dog or something. Like, oh, so I'm gonna walk my dog on this leash because everybody can see how nice the leash is. Don't nobody give a fuck about no leash. It's a dog. His life is more important than that leash. Or is it not? Did you have kids that just show off? Oh, all right, because now I'm about to disrespect you. Or not, now I'm not going to respect you as a parent because look at the decisions that you have made. You think I'm always proud of you? No. So why is the pressure on me to always make you proud? You think I'm proud of you? Oh my God. You made some, oh my God. Like what? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I mean I'm lucky enough to well, I wouldn't say I'm lucky because I've been abandoned and neglected. So I didn't have the privilege of caring about what my parents thought because they weren't really there. And they had no say. They were like, oh, I don't know. Like, I didn't have help in that way. I had an aunt who helped a little bit. I didn't always take her guidance in the way in what I wanted to do in life. But she didn't try to impose either though. She didn't go, you should do this. Like, she didn't really try to impose. Like, she just told me to go to Spelman. She never really was like, if you don't do this, you're not going to be successful. So I will say that. But as far as the parents, like a mother, father, I don't have that. I never had to deal with that. So I've always had the freedom of going, okay, I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to do what I want. But the downside of that is like you have little to no support, and then you don't even know you're supposed to be getting help, so now you got problems as an adult where you're like, damn, I'm supposed to get that, and now you're like, damn, I didn't get a lot of shit I was supposed to do. But it is what it is, you know. I'm happy that I know it now, because I'm like, okay, I got a lot of freedom that I like to really get. That I'm very, very thankful for. Very, very thankful. Oh my God. So it came with neglect, but it still was fun to tell them that way. A lot of people don't even have fun in their lives. They just try to please their parents. And that's my point. It's like, don't go to a school to please your parents. Don't go to try to shit on other people and be boastful and be cocky about it. Like, oh yeah, like I went to Spelman. It's like, if that's not what you really want to do, don't do it. But if you do, you want that challenge, you want that experience and that HBCU experience and nurturing that Spelman gives, you gotta focus. Get straight A's and go to college fairs and be as many people as possible at those college fairs that are in that department that or may know the person who is the department. And see what they want and see how they can help you get an idea of what you want to do in your life completely, because it'll probably help with your essay question. And pick an essay question that you're the most passionate about, because you'll have the most to say about it. Don't pick something where you're like, oh, so they said to name a time that something bad happened, but I was happy about it. But I was happy about it after I got over the L. If the only time you took an L was when a kite broke, you haven't been through enough hardship yet. You gotta pick another essay question, and that's okay. But you just gotta pick another essay question about some things that you know about. And it may be deep. You may have to put your parents out there. You may have to put somebody out there that may have to help you proofread. And I had that before. Like, I had a lot of people proofread. And then I didn't let some people proofread it because, so I don't think I let my mom proofread it because it's like, I don't want your opinion. I want their opinion. So, do what you want. Stay focused. Yeah. That's how I would go about it. And that's how I went about think that answers all the questions. If you have any more questions, let me know. Yeah. I hope I touched on everything. If not, then just ask me again and I'll let you know.